I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
All right, well, welcome back to another Crypto Bros
And a Holly Girl.
podcast number
51.
Might as well screw it up because this whole week's been screwy, so it all works.
She's already dancing.
51.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do I hit the button?
No, not
Oh.
yet. She's got the music in her soul.
I do. I hear it all the time.
His rules.
So next week's number 52, and the week after that is our anniversary, and we're going to be in Vegas. And Dragon was going to be in Vegas,
Yeah.
but he's going to be in New York.
Hello.
Yeah. So Dragon, welcome to the podcast. We appreciate you. We've had Whiskey on, Neil. Whiskey even helped us co-host one time around Christmas when Holly got stuck in New York.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
So we saved the best for last, and we welcome you to the podcast. I say that
Thank
for
you
Neil,
for having
okay?
me.
I had to say the best for last just
Welcome.
for Neil's sake.
Yeah.
But
No,
no,
like when you guys first asked me, I was like, oh man, these guys are drunk. Just like Neil and whiskey.
well, when I first asked
want to
you,
get canceled.
your answer was straight up no. Like, I'm not doing that. And then we talked, and somehow Holly talked you into it. So thanks, Holly.
I think I said, "Don't be a baby, just do
Yeah,
it."
she yelled at me. I'm like, oh.
Yelled at you.
Uh-oh.
She's
I was
she
like,
may
no,
only be,
I don't think you want that. And yep.
she may only be like 4'9", but she's pretty feisty.
Tiny but mighty.
Yes.
Tiny but mighty.
Yeah.
We shall see as this podcast goes on. So, all right. I don't really want to do it, but we're going to talk about crypto.
You want me to do it?
All right.
Okay. So
I don't want to do it.
we have to talk about Safemoon.
Yes.
We have to talk about what happened on Tuesday. We are recording this just so everybody's got the right timing on Thursday. Normally we do it on Fridays, but for everybody's schedule, we did it on Thursday. So if some of this doesn't make sense when it comes out tomorrow, now you know why. But on Tuesday, there was a exploit in the Safemoon contract, which everybody knows about. I mean, that's not new news, and I'm not here to report like the numbers and all that stuff. But since then, we've had some updates, and they're coming out and saying that the LP will be put back. We don't know if that's going to be from the person that stole it or if it'll come from the treasury. I'm just going to throw this out here. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on all this whole thing? Because it's been insane.
It's been very insane. Attitudes have been insane.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, to start off, like that's the first thing. I feel like it is such a I don't know. It's so unfortunate that this has happened. I think there was it had something to do with a new burn function in the code. But you know what I don't understand, because I feel like I'm getting so many different like mixed reviews about what actually happened. So to me now it sounds like somebody tried to hack it, but there was a front runner that ended up with the money and they're trying to give it back. I don't know if I believe that. I mean, I don't know. Gosh, I really hope that somebody is a good person and wants to return $8.9 million. That would be amazing. But I'm just not sure if I believe it. And then you get other people, you know, going into that transaction or whatever, into BSC scan and sending these people messages. And then I don't know what messages from who. Supposedly Safemoon, the deployer contract, sent a message saying where to send it. I don't know. Like, for me, I'm just sitting back and waiting to see what happens, because it's like something new comes up every 5 seconds. So what do you do? There's nothing me as a holder can do about it right now, I believe that Safemoon will make it right. I just based off of their updates, it sounds like they're getting ready to inject liquidity. And I don't know where that's coming from. I can't just sit here and say, oh, it's coming from the treasury wallet, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Was that insured? Or can you insure that?
There's speculation that it was insured, but what I've seen is that you can't insure the 100%. So
Yeah.
what percent of it was insured, I don't think anybody knows. And to go back to your point, Holly, I think that when you say as a holder there's nothing we can do, that's true for the majority of it. I've seen people get a lot of flack for trying to sell. I've seen people get made fun of for selling. I don't know if the story's true or not, but on the first day I heard that a guy sold $10,000 worth of Safemoon and ended up with $4 because there was no liquidity, and that may be true. If it is, that sucks.
Dang, yeah.
And surely not something that he or she should be made fun of about. But I really do think the only people that really know exactly what happened are sitting in an office in Utah. I'm not saying that some of the guesses aren't right. I will say that some of them are wrong because some of them are way out there. But what really, it is unfortunate, like you said, but what's really unfortunate about it, and I tweeted this out, and I don't know if it came out the way I was intending it to or not, is every time something like this happens, I don't care what project it is, it's a step backwards for all of crypto
100%.
and Web3 in general. And
Yes.
people are still celebrating the fact that this happened. To do that is to celebrate the hiccup in your own investment, even if it's not Safemoon.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even if it's Bitcoin, there is still going to be a percent of the people out there that are not going to invest because things like this keep happening.
Right.
Even if you make it right. I mean, I'm here to say that I'm more along the lines with you, Holly. I think that they'll be stronger for it, and it will still be a good project by the time it's all sorted out. It's just going to take longer, right? Because we all know, I don't know what the percentage is, but we all know when the liquidity comes back, there is a certain percentage of people that are going to sell and be done.
Yeah.
They're just not coming back. So when that happens, the price is going to go down. It may cause a little bit of panic, but it is at the minimum a hiccup in the whole journey of what people are trying to accomplish in crypto in general.
Yep.
And to see everybody celebrate that is disheartening. I don't care if you like the project or not, you know. I don't. There's several projects that have had these sort of things happen to them that I'm not invested in, and I don't go out there or even have the thought of, oh, serves you right, or I'm happy this happened, because that gets us further away from it becoming more mainstay and becoming the norm. And so
That scares people from crypto.
Yeah.
Like like coworkers, my coworkers, and like people around, when I say something about crypto, they think about Luna, like
right.
all those cryptos that got hacked and all that.
Yeah.
So that's why it's a step back.
Yeah.
It's always the worst.
I've always said, like, I was in a space yesterday, I believe, where they were talking about, mass adoption and how we're so early and why are we even considering mass adoption? You have to always consider that, right?
Absolutely.
From the very beginning of anything. You have to look at the bigger picture in order to have that vision to figure out how your company's going to grow and in which direction it's going to grow. So I'm always focused on mass adoption. And the only way to do that is if people feel safe. And things like this, people don't feel safe. I mean, my family is all invested, or they all hold Safemoon. I shouldn't say they invested it because I gave it to them. But they all have that. And so, when this happened, I did, on our group message, I said, you guys, just if anybody's checking their wallets, which I don't even know if they know how.
Probably a good thing.
Probably not.
But I said, if any of you guys happen to check your wallets and you're down on Safemoon, this is what happened, and I explained to them. And the first thing I got from my brother, who's only a year and a half older than me, and then of course, my mom, and I kind of get the older generations tend to be really scared of it and think it's, just that funny money that they just don't get it. But I got well, now what? Is it over? Like what can be done now? So like that's the problem, is my mom's like, well, good thing I didn't put any more money in it, and I hate that, because it's like in any crypto, and it's not just in Safemoon, it's even Bitcoin, my parents think it's funny money, it's not real, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
that's the part that really sucks, really sucks. And then of course, it's highlighted because it's Safemoon, and I feel like that all in itself, you guys, says something about Safemoon. People are scared of it, honestly. Like, why is there this many people coming out of the woodworks, for one, and have something to say, right? Like, so is it as scammy? Is it as small as everybody claims? I don't think so. I think there's more to this than what people really see.
I think you're right, Holly, and I think that part of the panic and what happened too was people jumping to conclusions about not knowing exactly what was going down, because the first word I saw was, oh, they're moving LP.
That was my tweets were the worst timing, I swear to you. Because I saw it, and I saw, like, I was just going through Twitter and people posting transactions and seeing the chart was volatile as shit, right? Like, it was going crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're getting ready for something. Yeah. They're doing something. So I tweeted out, are you paying attention? Oh, it was the worst timing, because are you paying attention to $8.9 million? I cannot believe it, but it's like, you know what? I mean, are you paying attention?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, right. Sure. Yeah.
Well, and I think sometimes
Holly was,
yeah. Jumping to conclusions isn't always a bad thing. I mean, in that instance, when I first started to see it happen, I was in the same boat you were. I mean, my first thought went, why would you move all your liquidity? And I thought, oh, maybe they're coming out with a blockchain and they're moving all the liquidity over to the new blockchain. So I was expecting positivity and everybody being excited, and I was really tired, so I took a nap. Yeah. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh, crap.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I sent you guys a message. I take a nap and the world burns. Like, what the hell's going on?
As soon as Holly messaged, I was like, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
But no, so I was thinking it was cross chains, and I think I'm right. I think that's what it was. Because that was the code. It was a bridge, a burn in a bridge. Mm-hmm. The line of code that was exploited, I believe, or it was added or removed. One of the two. I don't even know anymore, because there's so much crap out there. So I think that it was they were getting ready to do the cross chains, to do bridges to other blockchains, which
the more and more I saw it later, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Which will be delayed now for sure, and for good reason. But I don't know how far, I mean, once you fix the loophole, and if you already had it ready to go, it could be next week. I would be shocked if anything was to be released before the solution happened.
Could be a simple solution.
I mean, you're going to have to put liquidity back in before you start releasing things like that. So,
or hell, just open it back up with no liquidity and let us buy some shit, and then
yeah, I like that.
I'm telling you, if you are a supporter, that would be kind of awesome. I mean, Holly, you and I talked privately about if it does go down, how much you're going to buy. And there'll be some people out there that will do that. I mean, I've seen it before. I've seen people do it with projects that I knew were rug pulling. Like, they were burning, and people are like, I'm gonna put $50 anyways because I can get like 3 trillion tokens,
Right.
and then you should have just let it on fire because
Yeah.
they took that 52 when they went out the door. But yeah, I know.
I did it with Luna.
I wasn't gonna name any
Yeah.
names, Holly.
We got
We've done it.
screwed
Yeah.
over.
We've done it a couple
I
times.
did it.
We did it a couple times.
It wasn't the dumbest idea.
Yeah.
I did it. There was several of us that were like, let's just see what happens. And
Yeah.
Yep.
we were day trading that for like a week. And people were like, it's dead. Oh, but it's not.
Yeah. It's
It
not
was not.
officially dead yet.
That was Luna Classic. Better
So-
get you some.
Well, now, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So.
at that time, it was like free for all.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you get to the point where the charts don't move much, and then all of a sudden, even if you can make some money on a project that's dying, people jump into that, and
Yeah.
Smart hashes.
I mean, it's my
Some
money.
people-
Why not?
no,
If I
great.
lose, I lose.
Smart hashes.
anyways, we're not talking about that. Guys.
Not,
So
not there anymore.
a lot of people jump into conclusions. One of the things that I thought came out was some of the best advice is wait for the explanation, because
Yeah.
people were getting destroyed by selling, no liquidity. They thought they were selling a certain amount. They end up getting way less than that. My advice to people that have texted me and called me or DM'd me was, I wouldn't do anything right now.
Yeah.
I would
Yep.
wait for them to
Yeah.
fix it, and then if you want to sell, it's completely on you. But right now, you don't really know. And what happened in the extreme panic was people were like, max, sell, didn't even look what they were getting back until it hit their wallet, and they were like, So I do feel for those people, and I would never make fun of those people because we've
No.
all been there in certain times where it was like, I remember we were watching Doge, and we were like, is this the end of Doge? Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
just went, zoom,
And fast.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Real
super fast. Like, I have people who were trying to sell it like 40 cents. By the time it went through, they sold it like 8. I mean, it was, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I feel for those people, and hopefully those people will be able throughout time to build up their stock if they want. But if you want to sell. I mean, we always say that, right? If you
Yeah.
want to buy. If you want to
I
sell.
don't even look at mine.
Yeah, Greg doesn't even look at his.
I really
It's a
don't.
long-term deal.
Unless I get a notification, it's just like there. I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am so with you, and I need to get better about that because I do need to compound some shit, and I forget because I don't go in my wallet.
So
Yeah.
I'm with you 100%, and I won't name the projects, but there's one that I guarantee you I've almost got as much to compound than what I put in there because it's been so
I'm pretty sure.
long.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty sure. Right
The
there.
other thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to this, because I know that when we get to What the FUD, we're going to have a more entertaining conversation about this. But I want to know what your guys' thoughts is on this. And I put a tweet out there and didn't really get that many responses to it. A lot of likes, some retweets, but not very many opinions. Why do you think when things like this happen that people attack the project and go after the project, FUD the project, however you want to say it, instead of the criminal that, nobody's,
You want
I mean,
honest answer?
people are mad at the criminal, I guess, but they're pissed at Safemoon.
Yeah.
Like, is it because there's no identity to the criminal? Like, we don't know who it is, so you can't, like, run to their house with torches in your hand, or...
I think that's partial. That's a
I think
partial
people,
reason.
people are just douchebags.
All right.
Well,
I mean,
let's
Let's be, brutally honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd be a douchebag if I was that way.
because my first thought process was, this isn't right. Like, and I don't care if it's Safemoon or not. I really don't care what project we're talking about. Even a project I'm not invested in, I don't care. But why would you attack the project instead of being extremely angry at the person that exploited it?
Yeah.
I saw some reasoning to be the devil's advocate. It was because they felt like Safemoon should have never let this happen in the first place. I can get behind that thought process,
Yeah, I can.
but not to the extreme that we saw it go to,
Right. People
which
are
we'll get
extreme.
into
Yeah.
in What the FUD in
That's
a
the
little
thing.
bit.
That's the problem. People go extreme.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about this. So they came out with their first update, and I won't go nuts into it, okay? But they came out with their first update after the exploit happened, and I retweeted it, and I can't remember exactly how I said it, but basically what I was trying to say was Thanks for the update. Thanks for the communication. And got freaking hammered.
You got
And the
hammered.
douchers
I
come
was
out.
like,
I
holy,
mean,
welcome to my world.
Like, there were people that I didn't even know were still on Twitter that I think they wanted to fist fight me.
The douchers
You know,
come out.
Some of them it probably would have been fun, but I was
Go
just like,
fishing?
holy cow, like I have zero to do with this. Like, I promise you I have $8.9 million in my wallet. I did not have any. It was just because, you know, I hate silence when there's issues, when there's chaos. Like, I don't care if a project doesn't say anything for 2 months. If everything's good, right? I don't care.
Yeah.
But when something's bad, then I really feel like, hey, that's when people need to step up and they need to come out. Even if they're just saying, hey, we see it, we're working on it, we'll get back to you. And it was basically a thank you. And
But they did that.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
but you got
people said,
hammered.
what
Yeah,
are
but
you
you got
thinking of
hammered.
for?
Oh,
And
I was
It's
like,
like-
but
Yeah.
it was,
I mean,
I got
It's
destroyed.
like going to the trout fish hatchery and throwing some food in.
I guess.
I don't think it was fair. And I know, like, this one's a really tough one for me because they're dealing with people's money. So that all in itself brings this whole other ball game, right?
Yes.
Like, but there's also another part of me from working in the tech industry and actually working to promote things to production and to get things out. There's that other part of me that says mistakes happen and they can happen. I hate that this mistake had to do with money, but I also am like, have a little bit of grace, give them some time to rectify this, because nobody did. I mean, things were literally flying off the handle 5 minutes after it happened. Like, and it's like, how, if we don't know, Safemoon probably is like, holy crap, let's try to figure this out. Give them some time, have some grace. They didn't do this on purpose. And that's gonna be another thing in What the FUD. They didn't do this on purpose.
Right.
And I think, like, I know I will always get pushback with that, because it's like you're dealing with people's money, but we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't. And it's unfair to jump to conclusions. And that's all I've been seeing. And it's just really unfortunate and unfair of all of us to be harping like we are. And I mean, I'm harping on the, like, you know, positive end of things, but it's still like, I know they see all this stuff going out, and don't you think they wish they could give us a solid answer?
Yeah.
Like, that's what, it just really sucks.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell people too, when it comes to organizations and businesses, or like when I coach a basketball team, people get really disappointed when bad things happen. And I'm like, who do you think's more disappointed, you or me? Like, I literally, like, this is my life. You know, for 4 months, basketball is my life. And you are more upset about this loss than I am? Like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I don't really need you jumping down my throat because you thought I made a bad decision or something like that. And it's not the same thing, but it is one of those deals where, who do you think wants this to succeed more, us or the people in that building? I'm pretty sure the Safemoon team probably wants to see it succeed more than anybody else does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've got
And
more
it-
time, effort, and money invested than anybody.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's
And this is
kinda
going to
what-
make
Go ahead.
SafeMoon even better. You know,
I
that's
think
the
so.
way I learn, like
Yeah.
by like mistakes and things happening. That's the way I get better on everything, like sports, learning new stuff. Is like, so now they're gonna be a little bit more stronger and more secured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gotta
and,
learn.
and I saw somebody say something about that too. Like, when things like that happen, now you got a chip on his shoulder to prove a point, and so this could turn into a net positive. I know it's not right now, but I'm hoping that's what it turns out to be.
They're going one way or another, they're gonna make this right. I mean, yes, because I did get well, you do realize that if they get it out of the treasury wallet, that's still your money. I understand that completely. However, that money is allocated to do different things. Now, Are they going to stop doing those things because they don't have the money in there to do those things? Probably not.
No.
They're just like you said, things are going to kind of slow down, and they're going to have to rebuild that treasury wallet if that's where even it's coming from. We don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, but they could have. I mean, let's just be really honest, you guys. They could have said, "Oh, that sucks. We're done."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I just don't see it in John Caroni to wash his hands of it and say, I'm done, especially in the position that he is in right now.
Right.
It would be the dumbest thing possible. And he is not dumb.
No.
And that's one thing that I and the Fudders can actually agree on, because they think John's this mastermind. Well, you know what? I think he is too. But I think he's a good mastermind.
For different reasons, you guys think that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So to me, it's like, okay, we could agree on that, because, I think so too. I do not believe for even a minute that this was an inside job, which that's another thing that's, the FUD is out there. It's an inside job, and it's the team. If it's a team member, John will come get down to it, and he will do what he has to do. It's none of our business.
Yeah.
It's none of our business as a holder, as in any business. Nobody knows, that in my job, how I'm performing or any of that. Nobody knows that except my boss and, some higher up people. Why would we expect anything different from Safemoon?
It's the money aspect, I think, is why people think they have more of a say than they actually do. But you don't see that anywhere but crypto. You don't invest in Apple and think you have a say.
Well, I invested in Lucid, and they're laying off 1,000 employees, 1,300.
Yeah.
You should write them a letter.
I'm writing a strong worded letter.
Yeah, what the FUD?
Let's get on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Start a hashtag.
My
Start
Lucid
an
is
army.
going down because they are getting rid of 1,300 employees because the economy sucks. I mean, that's really what it is.
All right, so we are going to touch base on this more in What the FUD. But I wanted to bring up one more thing before we got to Dragon. XRP.
Oh.
So over the last week, green candles and has been rising. And from what I hear, the people that I would say that are way more intelligent than I am are speculating that the SEC is going to lose the lawsuit with XRP. A lot of people think that decision is going to come out in May. If that happens, hang on.
Yeah.
Because it's not just a win for XRP, it's going to be a win for crypto in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think, huge. But I do think in the immediate impact is going to be XRP skyrocketing. I've seen people talking, and I won't name names because I don't want to throw them out there and then me misquote them. But I've seen people I trust and respect out there saying that they believe within like a month it could be after the decision that it could be $2 to $3. I think that's realistic. I've seen other people that I trust that I think is a little bit more unrealistic say it'd be $5 to $10 in that same time frame. But most of them feel like in 2 to 3 years it easily could be like $30 to $50, and that would be a huge deal for people, depending on how much you own. I don't know.
I think it'll be $100 by the end of the year.
$100.
It might be, but I honestly
too
think
big.
long term that's
Oh
a
my
token.
gosh, that's like, that.
I don't think
that's
that's
It's always like,
you guys.
it's like pulling a slot machine hitting a jackpot.
That's not out of the realm of possibility.
It's not.
No.
It absolutely isn't. And that's what I was going to say. On my part of speculation here, I really think in 2 to 3 years this could be worth $400 to $500. I don't want to say pretty easily, but depending on what the banking system does with it, and that's the one that everybody keeps talking about, that could be something that could overtake some big time blue chips.
So should I start like writing my resignation letter?
No, don't ever take my advice on it.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Especially
you
when it
could
comes to buying
ride it.
cars, and we won't talk about that today.
You could ride it and set it aside.
Yeah, you could. But anyways, keep an eye on that, and not just XRP and the price and the movement, but the decision that's coming out.
Yeah.
That is going to be huge for this entire space, and I'm excited. And we
I
don't
am
have to
too.
wait that much longer either if it does come out in May.
Yeah.
I mean, April 1st is Sunday,
Yeah.
so we're looking at another month,
Is it?
5-6 weeks. So
Fools.
I don't know. We'll see what happens, and we will definitely keep our eyes out on that for sure, because that's a big one.
It is.
Anybody got anything else to add before we start giving Dragon the business?
Let's talk to Dragon.
What's on?
Let's talk to Dragon.
Oh, you want to
Oh
talk to
no.
Yeah.
He was
skip
all
it.
cool and relaxed, and now he's like, no.
The pressure's on.
I was hoping you guys forgot about me.
Yeah, forgot that you were here. Well, Dragon, I will officially again welcome to the podcast. We are stoked to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Most people I think that watch this podcast know you. I'm hoping to get them a little bit more in-depth knowledge of you by the time this is over.
Yeah.
But for those that don't know, Dragon and I, we know each other pretty well as we've played Fortnite together several times. Even got a couple victory royales together.
Mhm.
But it had some
Nice.
good conversation along the way too. So thanks again for coming on, Dragon. And
Chug jug.
we're going to jump right in it. So explain to the people, introduce yourself if you would, and then let everybody know what projects you are with.
So my name is Dragon. And,
Good job.
no, like as you can tell, like I'm a horrible speaker. Like, I've always been like the shy guy behind the scenes, hiding from everyone. But I started it. Let's start with Dogecoin. I started with Dogecoin like everyone else.
Yeah.
So
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
so I worked like 12-hour shifts. Oh, am I
Yeah.
supposed to say that?
Did you do that, Dragon?
What?
Dragon's got magic powers.
You summoned
So,
the dude.
so like I work 12-hour shifts. I have an easy job, and then so I just sit around, and I started getting into crypto, about Doge, and then I saw Safemoon. I think I got into Safemoon like the first week, maybe the second day. Like I put
Holy
like
crap.
$200 in there. Yeah, I got pretty lucky, and then so I just joined Twitter just to be with the Safemoon, and then this puppy is eating a flashlight. So I got into Safemoon, started following like the army, joining spaces, and then I see Whiskey always tweeting about the Misfits, the NFT, and I always thought NFTs were dumb, the dumbest thing ever. But once I started joining their spaces, I started falling in love and seeing the utility that comes from the NFTs and all that. And so I started buying some Misfits, and then I just became a hardcore NFT guy after that. And so basically right now I hang out in Discord for the Misfits, for Chris Vaughn, DeFi Elitism, and I'm their mod also.
Yeah.
And,
You say you don't
then
leave that part out.
Yeah.
yeah.
That gives you
But,
street cred.
If you mess up the counting game, Dragon's right there.
Yeah, I'm always watching. And then I got super lucky meeting awesome people like Whiskey, Neil, it's Chris Vaughn, and I just got like super close to them, and then they get me to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Who would have thought all of us on a podcast? Jeez.
Yeah. And so I just been getting super lucky with the people around in Web3. Like now I'm meeting. I got to meet you guys, and like I'm always playing Fortnite with Josh, like almost every day.
Yeah. My wife goes.
I want to play.
She'll every night she goes, "Are you playing Fortnite with Dragon again?" Like you're not a real
I
person.
can hear her say that too.
That's too funny.
Yeah, but I've just been super lucky getting to know all these people, like Benji, Drill, and a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, watch naming names because you'll forget somebody and somebody's gonna get their feelings hurt.
Right. There's no
I don't care.
I don't care.
No, I mean we've been on your podcast before and it was a blast, and it's no secret, at least it shouldn't be unless this is the first time somebody's watching this podcast, that we're huge fans of your guys's. We try to support you wherever we can, and I think we first met in the Misfits because I don't even remember how we got Whiskey on the podcast. It's been so long ago. Was that through you, Holly?
Holly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how we learned about
That's
it.
the first time. Yeah.
And then we started hanging out in the Discord when we were editing and rendering our
It was
files.
at night.
Yeah.
It was the same night.
Well, it didn't start at night. It
No.
started at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
No,
and
we
we
said
didn't leave the
late.
Discord until like 8 or 9 o'clock. My wife's like, "Are you coming home tonight?" It's like, I don't know. I found this thing called Discord.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Because we're all like kind of like Holly, where we weren't really Discord people, and it just looked weird, and but now I can't live life without it. I don't think so. But no, you're doing an awesome job, Dragon, and
Thank you.
you're not only that, but you're one of the people that if you went into any Discord, I would say you can't ever say 100% with Twitter, but I would say 99% of Twitter people, like everyone loves you. Like you don't really have, I can't think of anyone that I've ever heard say a bad thing about you. So my question is, how
great.
much money did you have to pay those people?
A lot.
Please let me
A
know.
lot.
Yeah, because how many zeros is that? I mean, I may need to come work where you work, Dragon, because
Yeah.
no, seriously though, because can anyone think of somebody that has had a bad thing to say about Dragon?
Nope.
I mean, that's a testament to your character. I think that's a testament to who you are, and part of the reason why we wanted to have you on. You're just a genuine guy. Very generous guy, and we're rooting for you. So
Thank you.
you have something big coming up
Yes.
in 2 weeks. So
Which one?
NFT New York.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So tell.
I'm a little scared.
All right.
But,
Okay, so tell people a little bit about that.
So NFT New York is gonna happen in 2 weeks, and Whiskey, Neil, Chris Vaughn is going. So we're gonna be hanging out over there. It's gonna be the first time we're gonna meet in person. I'm super excited. I'm
Scared
gonna
a
give
little.
Whiskey a big giant hug, and, and I'm gonna hump Neil and Chris Vaughn.
Wow! At the same time, or they each get their own.
I mean, I'm not surprised. That's kind of one of those expected answers.
Yeah.
There.
I feel like this deserves a pic or it didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm with Ollie. Yeah, we
On
gotta
that
see
note,
this.
Dragon, if we ever get to meet up, you can hump Greg, and then you can just hump Caleb and I.
See how they just kind of throw me, and volunteer me for
Well,
such
you're
things.
littler. Caleb could throw you
I
around.
would go after Caleb, but he's too tall. I can't
Yeah.
reach.
On his leg. You'd be
Wow,
like
you've
a
seen a-
dog on his leg.
I was
Good
gonna
time.
say yes, like a dog.
Could be really inappropriate hug.
I'll
Anyway,
just bring a step stool.
There you go.
Oh my.
back to your New York trip.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah, but it's gonna be super exciting. I think we're gonna actually even. I got them to probably play an actual little soccer game.
Oh, cool.
So we'll see.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah.
I'm missing out. Ask Selma.
Well, Yeah, for those people that don't know, we're having some people meet us in Vegas, and the Chaotic Exposure crew was some of the people that were supposed to be there, but then the NFT New York popped up, and it just happened to be the same weekend. So, because
what are the chances? Seriously,
I know, right?
What the heck,
Holly, that's just my life. That's just how things work in my life. I promise
Yeah.
you. But because I had told Dragon, I said, you know what I really wanted to do, and I hadn't really discussed it with anybody because I wanted it to be super secret. Was whenever the NFT New York thing was, I was just going to go there and not tell anybody I was going to be there.
Oh yeah.
And then just run into them and go, hey, what's up, guys?
I would have made you take me too.
Oh, I probably would have told you guys,
What the hell?
but I wanted to keep
Fun.
it a super secret.
Right.
It just kind of, like one of those deals where you just show up and it's like, what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah.
Like, and then it
Yeah.
happened to be the same weekend, so that's not going to happen, Dragon. So,
We'll have to plan something.
Or is it?
yeah,
Next time.
Or
next time
is-
for sure.
Yeah.
Or
Are
is
we
it,
going
Dragon?
to Vegas?
Don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, just ditch them.
Yeah, we are.
Just show up.
Wow.
The hell with them.
Wow.
No, but
Okay.
Just say
maybe
your
we'll-
plane just turned.
Yeah.
Turned the wrong way.
went the
Yeah.
wrong direction.
Whoops.
hard left.
No, but we'll have to somehow get on FaceTime or something and have a shot, and while you guys are celebrating in New York, and because no matter what time it is, I'm pretty sure we'll still be awake in Vegas because of the time change.
Probably, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. Like I haven't really traveled to I've only been I'm here in California, and that's pretty much all
Yeah.
I've been in Mexico. But it's gonna be a big thing for me. I haven't even been in a plane, flight like that.
Okay.
really,
Well, once, but I jumped off it. It was skydiving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Been
The
in
one
a
and only
damn
time?
plane, but you jumped out of one. Like,
What?
yeah, nope, not doing
Holy
that.
crap.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. If that thing's crashing,
a-
I'll jump out of it. But as long as it's still good, I'm not jumping.
One time in a plane he jumped. That's that's a story
Dragon.
right there.
Yeah.
yeah. So, Dragon, what are you most looking forward to by going to New York?
Well, for sure, meeting the guys in Whiskers. Well, she's part of the guys. So, and
yeah, I've been clumped like that.
other than that, I'm super
Holly gets
excited
it.
for the food. I love food.
Food, yep.
Oh, and the food is
Yes.
amazing there.
That's what I wanted to
Oh
know.
man, yeah, I'm like a sucker for their food. Especially, you have to go and get $2.50 pizza. That is the
Yeah,
best.
that's what I want.
It's so
That's
good.
what I want.
He's like, yeah.
Literally
Get
just-
some.
You fold it in half, and the grease
my
just
God.
drips out of it. It is the
Mm.
most amazing thing in the whole
That does
world.
sound good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, New York is my favorite place to go. So I'm really looking forward to hearing all of your guys's what you guys do. Have you ever met anybody from Twitter? Ever? In person?
Nope.
Oh my
No, I haven't gotten close to anyone. Just it all started with Whiskey and Neil
Mm.
and Chris Vaughn.
I'm so excited to see if you feel as if you've known each other forever. Because when I met even the bros or just, people that I've met outside of Twitter, it felt like, oh, I already know you. It didn't feel like the first time I was meeting them, right? So you'll have to come back and give us let us know how you felt, because I feel like everybody I talk to is like, yeah, I felt like I've known you forever. So
Yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah,
many.
I'm not really like a feelings person. I don't cry, but I think I might get a little watery
and
meeting them.
I'm telling you guys, it is the worst feeling leaving them.
Mm.
It's gonna be sad to leave them, even though you'll see it's just different. It just really is. Like, you miss your friends after that.
Mm.
Like,
Mhm.
you'll see it. I noticed that a lot with me. I'm like, I just want to go back already. I
Did
just
you-
want to be with my friends.
Did you cry whenever you left Kansas City, Holly?
No.
No.
See, I'm kind of like, people may not, they're probably going to be surprised about this, but I'm kind of like Dragon. I don't really get emotional. There's certain things that I will, but not a whole lot. Like I'm not a crier. I really am not. I guess it just has to be the
Yeah, same.
Josh
type of
cried.
day.
Only
you
dog
laugh.
movies. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
did.
what
I only
gets me.
cried for like
Yeah.
3 days.
Like what? 3
I only
days?
cried for 3 days.
Animal.
When Holly left.
Seriously, I think I only cry over animals for real.
Mhm.
Oh.
No, you know, I don't know how many
Right.
screens Zoom will allow us to have on there, but one of the things I thought about is when we all got back and we all got settled, that we should have your guys' crew on and we talk about Vegas and talk about New York and have a couple shots, and it might be complete chaos, but it might be a lot of fun too. So, because I will tell you,
Yes.
I
It would
know,
be
I
so
know.
fun.
What's
Yeah,
that,
well.
Holly? I'm sorry.
It would be so fun.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who cares if it doesn't look good? They'll hear us and be like, "Oh man." They're
But
right.
it might break the record for the longest
Exactly.
podcast ever too.
Oh yeah.
So we'd
Yeah.
have to set aside some time.
If it does, man, we're in
Or
for a long
a two-parter.
Because New Year's was.
Well, that one doesn't count.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That don't count.
But I will tell you that genuinely, I don't think that you see two groups that, you know, people have asked me this before, and I brought this up, I think, when Neil was on, about us being competitive with you guys. But that's not how either side of it looks like.
No.
That I don't think that I've seen in this space anyways, two group of people that really are rooting for one another, really are cheering on one another, and really genuinely get along on about every level. So
Yeah.
us hope you guys have a blast in New York, and there should be a ton of pictures and a ton of stories. I'm gonna be pissed off, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
because
On Discord.
we're gonna have a blast in Vegas at the same time, but
Right.
it does suck that we can't
We can
share
have
that
a
with
blast
you.
together.
Yeah. we'll have to exchange pictures and videos like,
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon cards.
There you
That'd
go.
be
There you
great.
go.
There you
We'll
go.
turn around
Like
to
a trading
NFTs.
card set,
We'll turn them
yeah,
into
like
NFTs.
NFT trading card set. That could get really bad. You know, like at the end of the Hangover, the first Hangover
Yeah.
movie, how it's just like all these pictures really, really fast. And if you actually want to
I
see,
feel-
you had to
yeah.
push pause. Yeah, we could do something like that.
Yeah.
I feel
That's
like,
an
honestly, if we all were together, it would be like a hangover moment.
Probably.
So when are we doing that? Because I'm all about it.
Yeah.
I am too. I am looking
Except I am
forward
not
to it.
getting a face tattoo.
I'll do it.
You'll get a face
I
tattoo.
was gonna say Caleb. Caleb.
Yeah.
I could totally see it.
He's the Ed Holmes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with it. Maybe Caleb and Neil both could get face tattoos.
Yeah, I can see Neil.
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
so is
baby.
Neil rocking the? Is he gonna rock the stash?
I hope so. It's ugly, but
It is so like, yeah.
So let me ask you this, Dragon. I'm going to give you a second to either bash or praise some people. You, Neil,
Wow.
and Whiskey. Okay, right? That honestly is like a dream team. You guys are great together in your
Yeah.
podcast. I want you to tell me what your favorite thing about Whiskey is.
with her sassiness.
Yes.
Her
Mine too.
sasshole.
Sassful, yeah.
I have to get that T-shirt. I need a sasshole T-shirt.
I feel like I need a sasshole T-shirt too.
Okay,
Like
so
Yes.
go ahead.
Have you seen Chris Vaughn's merch he
Yes.
released last night?
Yeah.
Like it has whiskey saying right there.
I know.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some. I promise you. You're gonna
Yeah.
see me wearing it on the podcast, for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think we might have some over there in New York.
Oh,
I don't know
nice.
if I'm supposed to say that.
Oh.
Well,
Whoops.
you just did,
Oh,
Well, tell me what you need to edit that out by tomorrow at 6.
but it's gonna cost you.
It'll cost you some merch.
Yeah, it's gonna cost you some merch.
There's gas fees.
Send some my way.
So you say that your favorite thing about whiskey is her sassiness.
Yes.
Okay, then what's the thing you hate the most about Neil?
Neil? Oh my god.
Like the list goes on. Let me choose just one. No, I'm
His,
just,
uh,
I love you, Neil. Okay.
Dang.
well, I think he knows about it. He gets a little dramatic. That's He stresses me out sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I purposely obviously did that because we like to give Neil a hard time on this show and on Discord and stuff like that. But truly, have you met a more unique guy than Neil
No,
in this space?
he's awesome.
He really is awesome, and I love to give him a hard time. I used to call him Fake Greg all the time. But I quit doing that because I didn't want people to get the wrong idea, because he really is so genuine and nice, and just I don't have enough adjectives to throw at the guy. Like, and he is all in on everything that he does. But I feel like whiskey is the same way. Like,
Yep.
and then you throw you on that same mix, and you guys need T-shirts that says Dream Team on it. That's what I would say.
Ah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
go
It's
ahead.
crazy. Like with with Whiskey, Neil, and like Chris Vaughn, they're just amazing. Like I wish I had like words to explain it. Like it's not just, I'm not just saying it because they're my friends, but they're just like amazing, great people. I wish I could be like them. Like they're always like, it's funny how like each one of them in different times have always like are always bummed out because they feel like they want to do more for like the community. And that just makes them like great people right there.
Yeah, we had Chris on not too long ago.
Like 2 or 3 ago?
Yeah.
Was that the
Yeah.
last one we did in our old studio?
Maybe.
I think it was.
I think it was. Yeah, but that was a great. I mean, I had talked to Chris from time to time in Discord, and am I wrong?
No, I don't know. I was
Caleb's
just
got a
trying to
weird look
remember.
on his face.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay. That's his
me
thinking
a
face,
minute.
apparently.
Yeah, give him a minute.
But that was a great podcast. Like, I just enjoyed it so much.
Yep.
And since then, I'm not going to say what it is, but we've reached out to Chris, and we are going to have something pretty exciting to share with people, probably within the next 3 weeks. So,
What?
Yeah, it's a secret. Can't tell you. But
He
it's
hasn't
gonna
even told me that.
no,
Dang.
but it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go yell at
awesome.
him.
So let me ask you that, because we have lots of favorites, and it's hard to narrow it down to one. But if you had a top 3 of guests that you've had on your podcast, who would they be?
No pressure.
No pressure.
No,
Greg.
Be
not at all.
truthful.
I mean,
Yeah,
we know who number 1 is, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Number one.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember them.
No, he's trying to figure out how not to hurt somebody's feelings. No.
It's gotta be our feelings, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know if I have like actual top 1, but like top 3, of course, is gonna be a Holly in there. Whiskers, like her own hot seat.
Yeah.
And Neil's also.
Yeah.
And that's already 3. And then I will have Chris Vaughn and you guys, the bros. So that's
So
top
we're
5.
5th.
I'm not sure. Like I'm not sure.
The order.
The hell with this. Shut it down, Greg. Turn it off, Greg.
We're done.
So sad, because I could not pick mine. If somebody was to ask me, I couldn't, because everybody that we've had on brings such a different,
Yeah.
Yep.
like,
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know, they just bring, a different aspect or a different, viewpoint on things. And like with Chris Vaughn, I could sit and listen to him talk all day long.
Oh yeah.
He is so talented.
Easy,
Keep your
Dragon.
pants on, Dragon.
His scope of talent is so intriguing to me, and so just, it's like mesmerizing, because I have, when it comes to art, zero talent. Like, stick figure is even ugly.
Dang.
But just like to know that he paints, he draws, he, like, just everything that he does, just the way his mindset is so intriguing.
Mhm.
But then you have like Mindy, right, that came on, and just her attitude and the way that, her laugh is amazing. And I just could not choose. I couldn't even no. I would feel so bad. So I feel bad
Yep.
for you, Dragon, that we put you in this position.
Yeah.
Well, I actually did that just because I like
up?
Dragon and I wanted to give him a hard time. But you hit the point that I was going to bring up. Isn't it cool how being able to have guests on a podcast, and Dragon, you know this firsthand, how you get to know them at a little bit different level, like, and sometimes a lot different level. A lot of times we will spend just as much time off camera with a guest as we do on camera, and not necessarily before, but like after, to the point where we have to go, listen, we don't want to be rude, but we have to like go edit this and process this, or it ain't coming out on time, you know. And then you know, and they get it. But I mean, we've been blessed, as you guys have. You know, like for some of our guests, we've had Mindy, we've had Chris Vaughn, we've had Don Bailey, Gotti, Blair. Sorry,
Hennessy,
Blair.
Jeremiah,
Who's your favorite?
Yeah,
Whiskey, Neil. Like, it's crazy.
it's insane. And every time I try to rank them, I can't. Like you said, Holly, I literally can't. Because
No,
I have no idea.
He's got a
what they
ranking
say.
I got a ranking, but I won't say it.
Oh, Caleb's got a ranking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like
But-
I don't give two shits. I know who mine are.
But I feel like we had just as good a conversation with Hennessy, who's not like a head of a project or anything like that, but just a good dude, as we did with, say, a Don Bailey, who is a head of a project, or, you know, like you guys.
Bert, when Bert came on,
Yeah.
and you know, just the conversation with Bert, it was such a long podcast because there was so much like
Yeah.
he had to say, and it was just like, okay, I don't
Nobody
know.
has energy like Bert.
And he like wrestling.
Nobody
And so
has
do we.
energy, not even me.
No, you cannot match Bert's energy. I'm telling you. But so when it comes to that, did you think you would ever get to meet people on a podcast that you could connect with like that? I mean, is that kind of like the best thing about your podcast for you?
Yeah. Like never in a million years. Like I avoid people like all my life.
Me too.
Yeah. I was like, Caleb, yeah.
Like, yeah, I just I avoided crowds. Like the only time I had a voice, like I played soccer like all my life. I love it, and I was in many teams, and that's the only time I had a voice. I would be yelling at everyone and getting in people's faces, and then after that, I'm just like the one. I just hide. I go.
Yeah.
That's like Caleb on the
Run
basketball
for
court.
people.
Yeah. That's me.
So, Dragon, let's get some personal questions out there, and then we're gonna have some fun with you with Truth or Dare.
Ooh, personal?
Yeah.
Oh
sounds
no!
What the?
What is
Is this
your
a new
favorite
segment?
TV show?
Favorite TV show now? It's Ted Lasso.
It is.
Yeah,
What about
So
all
funny.
time?
all time. I
Please
think Ted Lasso is up there. The
Okay.
Office.
The Office too.
I'm so hoping you would say The Office.
Holly.
This just pisses Holly off every
That's
time.
funny, yeah.
It does because I still like you guys. Ever since I went on the Chaotic Exposure podcast with you guys, I've been trying really hard to watch The Office, and I will say that the Olympics was it the
Yeah.
Olympics?
The Fire Alarm.
The fire alarm
That's
killed
good.
me inside, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then I watched one. It was like the Office Olympics, I think, and
Yeah.
that one was funny. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep watching this, and I was like, okay, it's not that.
Wow.
I don't like it.
Oh,
Well, I'll
Neil hates
edit
you.
that
It
out.
makes me so
Yeah.
uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable, and I don't like that feeling. I guess.
What's your favorite movie of all time, Dragon?
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite movie. I like action movies, like, but old time favorite. Jeez, I don't know. Like I'm more into space movies, so I want to say
Yeah.
like Star Trek. I like Star Trek,
There you go.
Star
Sweet.
Wars. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow, I
Greg's a
didn't see that
Trekkie.
coming.
and then I also agree Top Gun was really good.
Oh, yes.
second one.
Do you think it
The-
was the best sequel ever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too. I don't
Hands
care
down.
what Neil says.
Oh, yeah.
So, with that being said, one last favorite, and then we're going to get into some other stuff. Who's your favorite bro?
Ooh.
And Holly's a bro.
Yeah, Holly.
Use wisely, my friend.
There's
I'm losing
one right
connection.
answer. There's one right answer.
Yeah, there is one right answer.
No pressure, right?
Yeah.
Dang it. Well, I'm gonna be honest, like Josh, just because we play every night.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like,
No,
you guys-
that's the wrong answer, though, Dragon.
Wow.
Caleb is 6'8". You always have to pick Caleb because he can murder you with his bare hands. The answer is Caleb every time. Even though I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes,
The
sir.
right answer is Caleb.
Yes, sir.
Does anybody else have any questions for Dragon before we get him off the hot seat? Because I know how much he loves to be the center of
have
attention.
one, and I can't remember what I was gonna ask you, and it was about New York.
Was it
Uh-oh.
why are the way that you are? No, I butchered it.
What?
Why are you the way that you are? We had to ask Neil that.
The one thing, I've never been drunk, so I don't know what will happen.
So are you gonna get drunk in New York?
We'll see. I don't know. Probably not.
So have you ever
I'll probably
drank?
chicken out.
Have you ever
Maybe
drank?
drunk in Vegas.
No, I'm not.
Like I only, well, like I do the shots for the
I was gonna
episode.
say, dude, I-
Well, I
asked you
didn't.
a
Are you
question.
really doing shots?
What's that?
I asked you a question. It wasn't like you are.
Well, that's pretty much it. Like, I've always like maybe on dates I would have some like a dinner. I would drink something, but I've never gotten drunk.
Depending on how well the day was going. I used to do that. The drink count based on how well the day was going. I
True,
guess, like,
yeah.
I can't wait to get out of here. I'll have another.
Yeah.
Make it go by faster.
Yes. 50
Did
cent
you
Well,
remember your-
I guess I can. I don't think I've ever said why I don't drink.
You want to
Or
break that exclusive here?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
So
Oh.
like, I went. So I've gone to college, university, trade school, and all that. I even had roommates that did like every single hard drug possible, and I never even tried it. But the reason for that was growing up, just because I like playing soccer a lot, I would always walk to the soccer field and watch the grown-ups play. And there was one kid that was my favorite to watch, and he was super good and all that. And all of a sudden he disappeared. He came back and he was like a brain dead because of drugs
Really?
and all that. And then right there that I was like, oh, I'm never gonna do any drugs or drinking or anything. So I'm never.
good for
So
you.
that always
Yeah.
stuck in my head. Like
That's good.
just me watching him like try to kick the soccer ball was just it like it hit me.
Huh.
Like,
Yeah,
Well, that's good not to. I
makes
mean,
me sad. That makes me really
Yeah.
sad.
yeah.
that is sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Kill the mood.
Yeah.
Somebody grab some
Well.
tissues and sign this thing off. Let's go home and cry. No, you
I
know
have
what though?
some-
People will take tragedies like that and they will either use it as an excuse to mimic it or to do the opposite. And it's a good thing in your case, obviously, that's the case. I learned the hard way. Sometimes you offer somebody a drink one time and then you don't offer them a drink again. I learned that the hard way because you don't know people's past. So I won't
Yeah,
get
I
into
mean,
that story.
I
But
don't don't drink anymore.
yeah, I just.
Not at all.
And I was kind of like you, Dragon. I walked the straight and narrow when I was in high school because I wanted to be a professional baseball player. And I didn't want there to be anything that ruined that. So I just didn't partake in any of that stuff. But then I got older when it was legal. And I saw some of the way that people would act, how they acted
Yeah.
so differently than they did when they weren't
Yep.
doing it.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, that's not my scene. You know,
Yep.
to each their own.
Yep, exactly.
Certain
Yeah,
people
people
have,
watching. That's what
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
and certain people have problems with things that other people don't have problems with, and that's cool, you know. I mean, but to each
Yeah.
their own on that, and you got to do what's best for you. So
Yeah. And I learned the hard way drinking. So that's why I don't drink.
I believe it.
Yes. I used to
Dragon's like,
drink for
yeah,
a long.
there
I
should
used
be
to
a
drink
movie.
a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, Greg. I just
Oh yeah.
thought
I was
that you just drink.
I was
He looks
borderline
crazy.
alcoholic. Yeah.
I
Really?
see it in the eyes.
You see it in my eyes. No, it's in the past. It's deep in my eyes. It's way back there.
It's
No, yeah.
embedded in your brain. Holly, did you think of your question?
No. It's gonna bug me, and then watch Dragon at like 2 a.m. I'm gonna message you on Twitter and be like, oh, here it is, because that's what happens to me.
So I will ask you something real quick, Dragon. There was at one point, like, you could go vote for Chris to be, like, on the main stage. Did that ever come out?
That's what it was. That is what.
Oh, that was your question? That was your question.
Whatever, Holly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It really was. I was gonna say, is Chris Vaughn did he get picked to be a speaker?
For sure he's a speaker. I know he's on the list. The voting, I'm not sure. The voting was to make have him I think longer.
Oh, okay.
A longer speech. So I'm not sure what happened with that one.
Gotcha.
Are these speeches and these talks, are they recorded? Like, will we be able to watch it later? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
This could be my first time getting out of the house.
Yeah, get in there. You know, it's kind of funny though, Dragon. I know people that live on the West Coast and the East Coast, and those people seem to travel the least. And I don't know if it's just because there's so much stuff to do where they live. I don't know. But if you're in the Midwest, you gotta fly if you're gonna go do anything fun.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're gonna go watch a Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Sorry about your Rams, Holly.
Wow.
Little jab.
Knife gets deeper and deeper.
Anybody else got any questions for Dragon before we get into Caleb's choice?
Dragon, what's your favorite brand of chocolate milk?
Nesquik.
Ooh, yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
He drinks chocolate milk a lot.
Seriously, yeah. Where did that?
I had a question.
He comes up
What
with
are you
questions
drinking right
every-
now, Dragon?
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
I was wondering if
Yeah.
that was kombucha.
How many cases of that do you have
Fun
left?
fact. Oh, go
I
ahead.
just bought 3 cases yesterday from Costco.
I like kombucha.
I am allergic to kombucha. I am
Really?
allergic.
What?
Yes.
How'd you
So-
find out?
One of my friends that I worked with when I was working at American Airlines, she had brought it into the office, but it was some powder stuff. It was, so then you mixed it up. I don't know, but it was kombucha. It's the first time I ever tried it, so I drank it, and I drank kind of a lot of it, and my stomach started hurting, and I was like, I don't feel right.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like it was crawling, and I was like, I started getting like hot, and I was like, something's wrong. And I mean, instantly, I couldn't even make it to the bathroom. I had to throw up in the trash can.
Oh, good.
And
grief.
Dang.
But I was like, okay, this is just, it's whatever. My stomach was just probably messed up, and I drank it, whatever. So I tried it again, and the same thing happened to me.
Huh.
So I mean, maybe it's not an allergic reaction, but my whole entire body feels so weird. Like my skin's crawling, my stomach hurts, and then like instant throw up.
It was a
There's
cleansing.
no, I just can't.
Cleansing.
So hold on a second,
It's
Holly.
cleansing.
Yeah.
You drank this, and it made you violently ill,
You tried again.
and you tried it again?
Yes, like, what time was it? Sure. And
Just to make sure, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm throwing up like the exorcist, I can't even say the word.
Projectile vomit.
Projectile vomit. I'm
Yeah.
trying it again.
Well, here's the thing is I was convinced because I've heard so many good things about kombucha, like how it's good for you. And so I was like, this is, maybe it was just a stomach thing like that day. So I tried it again. I haven't tried it since.
You want to try it in
Maybe
Vegas?
it was a good puking
No.
session.
All right. Are you ready to get into Caleb's choice, Dragon?
No.
Holotivity.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about holiday.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I see how many times I've got to
It's
tell you.
even on the board, and I forgot.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
All right, Holly, the floor is yours. It's
Yay.
Thursday. I'm all screwed up. Sorry.
All right. So today's holitivity is a little bit different. It's not, I mean, it's positive, I would say, but it's just a little different today. And I am actually going to highlight Don Bailey. And the reason for this is, I think most people know that with BBTF, he is the CEO of BBTF. And most people know that BBTF had, they actually had a hack happen to them, and they had some money stolen at launch. So, I feel like he has proven himself as being a great leader. He actually rallied his troops back, and they did what they needed to do to, replace that money, and still they continue to do great things. So, Don actually tweeted out this morning and said, when we experienced a similar situation, and he's referring to the Safemoon exploit, it forced us to get uncomfortable and develop a metaphorical chip on our shoulder with something to prove. I fully expect Safemoon to come out swinging harder than ever. The most growth is attained at the edges of our comfort zone. So for me, this was a great leadership tweet, because a lot of people do look up to Don Bailey. And he's absolutely right. Like, you only strive better and come back better than ever when you're uncomfortable and put in an uncomfortable position. So I just really, with everything going on Twitter, with Safemoon and everything, I just feel like, that was such a good message from him, going through the same experience as Safemoon is now, just kind of to reassure the community that Safemoon is going to, do everything they can to fix it and come back strong. And I'm looking forward to it. So, Don Bailey, thank you so much. We support you and everything you do. So,
Yeah.
Yay, Don.
Yeah.
All right, well, now it's that time.
All right. Here we go.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
His rules.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
I always want to get it at the same time. Like that says it, I just can't hear it. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't
gotta
think you've made it quite yet. There was one time you were very close, though.
Last week you were pretty close.
Was it last
I
week
think
it was really close? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Today's opening day of the Major League Baseball season.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So what's your guys' walk-up music? If you're going to bat and they play a little music, what would your walk-up music be?
Ooh.
Ooh, this is a good one because it could be so many.
It is a good one. Oh, and the Royals lost.
Did they?
2-0.
The Twins.
Sure glad the offense showed up today, boys.
I have one
Okay, what's
Okay.
your Dragon?
that I kind of used. Well, like after a soccer games, like I would drive off blasting Gwen Stefani Bananas.
Oh, there you
That's a good one.
That's hilarious.
I was going old school. I was going to go Fat Boys Twist. Just to be kind of light and
Can you do the twist?
not right now. In Vegas, I can.
Oh, you heard it here first. He's going to do the twist in Vegas.
Sure.
Maybe.
Well, you're in control of
I
his
was gonna
dare.
say maybe.
You're in control of his dare. So I don't know if you've put any thought into this dare thing yet, Holly, but there's been some pretty big conversations on this side of the camera.
I have the greatest one for you. I am so excited about yours.
Do I have to take my shirt off?
I'd
No.
be scared.
No, please don't. Yeah, don't kill us all. No.
No. It's. I mean, it's not. I mean,
Is it going to get
Maybe.
me
I
shot?
just can't
Going on
even.
Discord.
I think you're gonna be like, holy shit, Holly, really?
Is he going to jail?
Yeah, I'm like, are you going to have to bail me out of jail?
No,
Okay.
it's not illegal.
She was slow to that.
Yeah, she was. She's
No.
like,
Well, I had to think about it.
I don't
for
know.
a
And
second.
maybe
No, I've
Las
seen no.
Vegas.
Not
No,
in
you-
Vegas.
I'm
but-
feeling 80%. 80% no.
What's your walk-up song, Holly?
Okay, so I think mine is Megan Thee Stallion. I'm a savage.
Yeah.
Because
That's good.
it's funny because it just kind of fits me. Like, I know, tons of people think like I'm always positive, blah, blah, blah. But then when I come out and I'm like, I'm kind of a savage. Like, when it finally hits me, that's what
happens when they underestimate you, Holly.
that's exactly what it is.
What's yours, Greg?
Probably Something Bad by Miranda Lambert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something
wow.
bad's about to happen. I got a feeling.
I would have never guessed you would have went country with that. Never.
It was either that or Sabotage by Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jump Around House of Pain.
Oh yeah.
I could, yeah.
That's
Like
my-
the very beginning of that song. Yeah.
That's my ringtone.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I was
can't
gonna
make-
say I don't hear it. So
Yeah, we hear it
sometimes-
all the time. My wife didn't actually know there were words of that song.
Oh, really?
So I
Bless
played
her
it for her. The
heart.
Carcass, all she ever hears is the beginning.
Yeah.
She's like, I hate that. And I was like, have you ever heard the song? No.
All right, my second question comes from Chaotic Exposure.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
On
Skip.
on
Skip.
Wednesday, I heard this. So I have a question. Whiskey talked about she was grating cheese once, and she grated her knuckles, and it messed up her hand. Have
Yeah.
you guys have any experience like that in the kitchen, or an injury like that?
In the kitchen.
Well,
Yeah.
Or just-
anything. It's.
Hmm.
But I was washing
I cut myself
dishes.
today.
That's what I was saying. I was wondering.
Bad.
I thought it was a fashion statement with your
No, yeah, my
camouflage
camo band-aids.
I was washing dishes once, and I put my hand in the cup, and the cup exploded, and it just I got like
What?
12 stitches in my hand.
Yikes!
It's
Yikes!
pretty
Are
bad.
you a
can-
superhero?
You can see the bones and stuff. It's pretty bad.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
What?
Yeah.
What
Yeah, but-
happened? How?
I like this. I just stuck my hand. I was washing the dishes, and when I did that, the cup just exploded.
I mean, you have giant hands. What did you expect?
Yeah,
Oh,
dumbass.
this is on you, man.
Now, what's the backstory to that, though? What were we doing the next day?
I don't remember.
Moving.
No, that was when I slammed my hand in the door.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. So we're
Gosh.
moving, right? And Caleb and I are teenagers, so we are responsible for carrying the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
What's Caleb do the day before we load the trailer up?
I went out to
Slams his hand in the door and rips it out and destroys his finger so he can't help move.
I was gonna go play basketball. I had the basketball
I
in
like
this
your
hand.
strategy.
I shut the door in this hand, and it latched. And I thought it was my shirt, so I pulled it out, and just blood.
Oh,
It was bad.
Yeah. Stories, man.
I'm still more angry that you didn't have to help
I
move.
know you were pissed about that.
I was. I was like, we have all these boxes to move, and now you can't use your hand. I swore it was an
wow.
inside deal. Like he did it on purpose.
Oh.
Do you have a story?
Yeah, kitchen. One time I fell face first on a glass bowl and like had to get stitches all the way up my cheek.
Like the Joker?
oh my gosh, like the Joker?
Yes, like the
Were you
Joker.
drunk?
No, I was a kid.
Oh.
And I was like really excited because my dad just went
You
hunting. And
drunk.
I was like, hey. And I felt like right on the bowl on the ground.
Dang.
And just,
See pictures of this?
Yeah, are there
there
pictures?
might be.
That needs to go on Twitter.
There might be.
Yes.
That's-
Wow.
It was like when I was 6.
So
Wow.
I've never hurt myself in the kitchen, but
What about the rake?
Never burnt yourself?
I'm not talking about the
You
rake.
should tell everyone about the rake.
The rake?
I'll tell you what I was thinking
Have I
first,
heard
and then I'll
this
tell
rake?
you
You
the
guys wanna know
story
about the
about the rake. All
I
right.
don't think I've heard this.
Yeah, that's a great
So
story.
I was painting a room, and I had taken the storm window out and set it down because I was doing the trim. And I looked up and I was like, "Oh, I missed a spot." And I climbed up on the ladder, and I didn't move the ladder, so I couldn't quite reach it. And I was reaching, and the ladder came out from underneath me, and I stepped through the storm window, and it destroyed my leg.
Oh,
And I didn't get stitches,
Storm
which
window.
turned out was a bad
Ugh.
idea, because there's a pretty gnarly scar there now.
Them storm windows.
Okay, so the rake.
the rake.
So do you guys remember old Tom and Jerry cartoons where you'd step on the rake and hit you in the face? So that's
Yes.
a real thing. That actually can happen.
Yep,
So
it's happened to me.
My dad had told me to go pick up something, I don't even remember what it was, and put it in the garage. And I wasn't happy about it for some reason. I don't remember why. And I had it, and we had this pop-up camper, and I had to like shimmy between it and the wall to get it in there. And I stepped on a garden rake that was up against the wall, and it smacked me right in the eye. And it almost knocked me out. It hit me so hard. And then I didn't realize what was going on, and I stepped on it again, and it went whack. It gave me a black eye. I mean, my eye almost swelled shut, and it was pretty embarrassing. And that's actually the first time my dad ever heard me cuss, because I didn't realize he was in the other side of the barn when I did it.
Yeah.
And I didn't actually get in trouble because it looked like I'd been in a fight. Like that thing whipped my butt, for real.
Oh my god.
Yeah, senior basketball pictures. I have black eye because of that. That was that winter. So, Holly, what about you?
I don't think I do not have a kitchen story. But I have gone through a storm window, so I know exactly how you feel.
Yeah.
So what's up with them?
Yeah, we were
They're
playing.
sharp too.
I slid down one.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. That's
we
right.
were like playing with a ball in the living room, which our parents are like, don't do that. Like we got in trouble all the time for doing it, but we were doing it. And I went to go and I tripped, and we have just a window that's like, it's I can't even explain it how it was. It was just right in the middle, like in the living room. And so I tripped and fell, and I don't know if you guys can see, but on this hand, I have a scar that goes exactly an L shape here. This whole thing was just flapped over. And then right here,
Dragon's gone.
yeah, right here, it literally just, I couldn't even get stitches from there because just my hole, it was just gone. It was like a hole. Yeah. And so they didn't stitch it up just how it was placed. But this one, I had to get 15 stitches on my hand. But I went through a storm window and the regular window. So that was fun. But
That was
it's like cell phones weren't a thing back then.
Yeah.
And so I didn't know what to do. And it was just me and my brother. And he was just like freaking out. And so I ended up running to the neighbor's house and pounding on their door. And I saw them come like walking up. And I just opened the door and I'm like bleeding everywhere all over the guy's house. He was so nice though. He was like, let me call somebody. And so,
Wow.
Then he came and it was a whole ordeal. And my mom's like, did you have to call the ambulance? Yeah, I did. I couldn't find you, Mom. I don't know.
That's why she didn't say, I told you to not play with that stupid ball in the house.
Oh my gosh, we were in so much trouble after that.
I bet.
That was the last time that we played Catch in the House.
Yeah. Mom always said,
Yeah.
don't play ball in the house.
All right, Dragon, what about you, man?
I have one. I used to work at a bakery just for fun, and they made sandwiches, and they got brand new knives.
Ooh.
And so they told me, "Oh, be careful with the knife," and then I went, bloop, sliced the tip of my finger.
Dang.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Dang.
Hey, be careful with
And
that. Instantly.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine.
So all we did was super glue it back with
Yeah.
I've done that a
we
lot.
we burnt up some gauze and then put the crumbs in there to stop the bleeding.
Holy crap.
Huh.
You know how many times in our plumbing jobs that we fixed wounds with super glue and duct tape?
Duct tape, yeah.
And then if it was still bad at the end of the day, you went to the doctor.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, then you just went home and took a shower, cleaned it up, and then put a Band-Aid on it later.
Oh my gosh.
I've got some scars on
All
my hands
over,
because
yeah.
of that.
There's some
Yeah.
over here. Go. This one right here.
Yeah. This here.
All right, my last
yeah, I
question. Last question for today is this weekend's the Final Four. Who's your champion in college basketball? It's Miami,
Yeah, you have to
UConn,
remind me
Yeah.
who even made it.
Miami, UConn, San Diego State, and Florida International. Or Florida Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Atlantic, yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you got winning it all?
Who do I want to win it? I'm rooting for Florida Atlantic, but I think UConn's going to win.
I'm in the same boat.
I was gonna say Florida, just
Okay.
because.
I want Florida Atlantic to win, but I think UConn's going to win it.
When is that? Saturday and Monday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I quit watching after Missouri got beat, which was a little bit after Arizona got beat.
Oh, same team.
Still too
By
soon.
the same team.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who ended up beating Princeton?
The next game.
Not. Was it Alabama? No. Who the heck was it? It wasn't. Was it Alabama? No, because Alabama lost in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I knew they were gonna.
Creighton. Was it?
I think it was Creighton.
Yeah. Well, they played. Yeah, they did play Creighton, so they lost that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eek. Yikes.
Who do you got, Holly?
I'm going with San Diego State. I have enjoyed watching them play. Their team is awesome. It is fun. I hope they go all the way. Like, I wouldn't mind if Florida Atlantic did, just because they're the underdog, and I love underdog stories, but San Diego State is so fun to watch, and they're good. They're really good. So,
Yeah.
San Diego State for me.
All right.
Dragon?
I'm not even watching it, but I'm gonna say I like Florida. I'll never live there, but I'll go with Florida.
All right, sweet.
Florida's the
They have
majority.
monkeys there, I heard.
That's awesome.
Oh my God.
Holly, what question you got for us?
All right. So mine is pretty good today. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
Oh my goodness.
How many chickens will it take to kill an
Like
elephant?
roosters or
What do you think?
so
Is there
kind
a
of like
right
Zelda?
answer?
No, there's not a right answer.
I mean, one if you had the right chicken.
Yeah. And if the elephant choked on it.
Did you see the size of that chicken?
What was the name of that rooster on Bugs Bunny?
Leghorn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be
What
able
was
to
his
kill him.
Foghorn Leghorn.
He was a chicken hawk, wasn't he?
I don't remember. No, he was always trying to kill the chicken hawk.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like picturing that like Zelda, like when you beat up the chicken and then all of a
Yes.
sudden all those chickens come in.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I do.
All I can think about is the chickens in Fortnite. And it would take a lot of those.
Oh
'cause
my-
they're stupid.
Oh,
Yeah, and they
They're
always
so
attack
annoying.
me,
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
and it's always during a fight.
Yeah.
At
Like,
the worst time, right?
the chicken starts making all this noise. I'm trying to kill people. And it's like, shut up. And then you have to shoot
It's like
it.
attacking you, and you're
Yeah.
trying to get away, and you're trying to shoot that. Yeah, it happens to me all the time.
How many chickens?
One.
One?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
If he eats it raw, he'll get salmonella and die.
Such a good answer.
That is the best answer. I'm not.
That really
I'm
is.
going with Caleb's answer. That is the best answer to Holly's question for sure. No
was not
doubt.
expecting that one.
No, that is good right there.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
I was not
So, what's next?
Truth or dare?
Wait,
Oh no.
did
Yeah.
everybody answer? Dragon, did you say?
Oh.
I'll say one also.
Okay.
I like that
yeah.
answer.
Caleb's
Salmon
answer
are
is
not
that's
at
the
all.
greatest.
That's
Yeah.
Aren't they scared? Like the elephants are like scared of mice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Is
Yeah.
that?
is it a thing or is
I
that
don't know
a
if
is that a
that's true or
Dumbo
not.
thing? Or is that
I don't know.
a Disney?
I'm
Not a
gonna
lot of
Google.
elephants
Hold
running
on.
around
Hold
Missouri.
that
Oh,
thought.
yeah.
Who thinks they're scared of mice? Raise your hand.
I do.
Dragon does. Who thinks they're not? I'm gonna vote no. You don't have a vote, Caleb?
I would say they are. I'll put skittish.
Yeah, it's skittish.
Yeah. Not scared, but skittish.
'Cause, how many chickens do they run into? So.
Yeah.
True.
Um,
That one would kill it.
One might run off a cliff.
It could
Like,
have a
"Oh,
heart
that
attack.
chicken."
Be like, shit, what the heck?
So the answer is there's no real evidence to back it up, but it's more about the element of surprise that because they're so
Skittish.
little and that scares the elephant.
Yeah,
Skittish.
skittish. Right?
So we're all right.
Yeah,
No,
'cause-
I'm right more.
yeah.
We're all right. I mean, a snake would scare it. I mean,
No.
a roach would scare it. No. No.
All right,
He said
so
no.
it's time for Truth or Dare.
Truth or Dare. Powered by.
Chaotic
Chaotic
exposure.
Chaotic exposure.
There you go.
Yeah. We should have just let Dragon say it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
All right.
He can end
since
it.
It is powered by chaotic exposure.
Yes,
I say we have Dragon go first.
Ooh.
I agree.
Do we give him a
Snap.
choice, or we'd have to tell him what he gets to do?
He gets to
Oh,
do
no.
Dare.
He's
Oh.
there.
He gets to do Dare. Holly said
Wow.
so. She's the boss. You didn't know?
Yeah. What I say goes, dang it.
All right.
All right, Dare. Here it comes.
I already warned the
There you
the app. I told it to be nice or I'm gonna delete it.
So what's dragon?
Okay. You have to pair everyone here up into couples.
That's easy.
Wow.
That there sucks.
That was.
I will do. I think Caleb and Greg will do a nice couple.
Get away from
I
me.
guess gonna make out.
Whatever you say. Does what it's told.
I really wanted you to have to wear something fancy or make
I
a
did
bloody
too.
or
Does that
something.
mean Dragon and Josh are a couple?
Yeah, keep going. You can't stop with just me
That
and
works.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Holly's just gonna have to
works.
stay single.
That's
And then
it.
we'll have Holly and whiskey.
Oh, yes.
Dragon,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some money to be
A lot
made
of
there.
people's
And then we'll leave Neil alone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Whiskers just said if this is dragons, you're in trouble.
Turns out. All right, Holly.
She'll
do we
like
give
my
Hol-
answer.
Yeah.
Do we give Holly a choice? Or are we all just gonna do dares today?
It's here last week.
Maybe we can pick her own. I don't know.
Random.
Let's random.
Random all.
Random
Random.
all.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
except
right.
Dragon.
So Holly's
Except for
up.
Dragon.
Okay, I'm
All
up.
right. It's a truth.
Hey.
Why did you stop liking your previous crush?
We're gonna have to start writing our own
Yeah, because
truth or dares. This
I'm
crush
like,
stuff.
let me think about my latest crush. I don't even know.
George Clooney.
I still like him.
Oh,
Didn't
Oh.
stop liking
Previous.
him.
got real serious.
Hard. I don't know. I mean, it's like a really long time ago.
Probably because they were a jerk off.
Probably. I mean, let's just be honest. There's a
Yeah,
reason why you stop liking
Jerk
somebody.
Jerk off.
Jerk off.
There you go.
Gosh.
You're
What a
welcome. Now you have to
loser.
help me with mine.
Yeah.
All right. Random.
Who's this for?
It's for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen it. All right. Tell everyone about your last kiss.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You
When my
really
wife
wanna
left
know?
the house.
Can you say this?
PG.
Oh, well, your wife doesn't watch it, right?
Yeah, she didn't watch it. Was it with her?
I can't
It better
remember.
have been with her.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my
Um,
God. Stop it. Right this instant.
Wow.
It was a joke. It was just a joke. I think it was very just casual. She was headed her direction. I was headed my direction. She said goodbye.
Was it today?
No, it was
Played a lot of Fortnite today, huh?
no. I had to get up early this morning. I left the house before she did this morning. She was still asleep.
Hmm.
I don't remember when it was. Yesterday, I guess.
Damn.
Not this morning.
No, she was still asleep when I left.
Oh, did I miss that one?
And I'm not. I don't want people to wake me up, and so I don't wake other people up.
I get it.
Josh wakes up angry.
I like.
I wake up super
You don't-
angry, like I'll punch you in the face.
You don't wake your wife up.
Hmm?
Like you don't wake your wife up.
No.
Is she sleeping?
One, because if I woke up first, I still don't want to talk to anybody. Like I don't wake up happy. I don't want to have
You
conversation.
don't just like
I'm like the happiest person in the whole world in the
you don't
morning.
just
That's
like
my
shake her and say,
thing.
"Hey, are you still sleeping?"
No, he's
No.
cranky pants.
Cranky
Jeez,
pants.
sounds like.
I'll murder somebody. If I ever murder somebody,
Oh,
I
so
guarantee it's before 5 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
Oh my
the same way.
gosh! I'm not gonna murder
Shauna's the
anybody.
same way. Do not wake her up.
I mean, for the record, I would never murder anyone. What's Caleb got to do?
Oh, Whiskers wants Dragon to lick his elbow.
Can you look
Oh
your
my-
elbow?
Do you want to oblige her?
What?
Can you lick
you
your
lick your-
elbow?
What?
You can't
I
do
think
it.
it's like literally impossible.
I thought that was like a hidden talent.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
no.
Ollie's like,
No.
Well, I.
There was.
Here,
I
lick my.
could've
No,
seen you guys
we're a
thought that
couple.
It's like physically impossible. No, not like I.
Jacked it up.
I want to
We're
see
so
Greg.
old we hurt
No.
ourselves.
And Neil puts, I want to see Greg kiss Josh.
Tell Neil.
Oh.
You know what, Neil?
You know
I
what?
want to see
Yeah.
that too.
Dragon's gonna hump you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What's that?
Dragon's
You should
gonna
tell
hump Neil in 2
Neil
weeks.
that Dragon's humping
Yeah.
you in 2 weeks.
He knows about it.
Okay. Listen,
Oh,
Whose turn is it?
mine.
Caleb's turn.
all right. Here we go.
Automatic
Whatever.
pass if it has anything to do with his ex.
What the?
Did she ever respond to you after you said you texted
That's a
her?
bad one.
Did she?
After what?
Go ahead. What's my question?
How many parties have you thrown at your house?
0.
Not even a birthday party?
That's a crappy.
No, Paige doesn't like birthday parties.
Hannah?
Me too. 0.
0. Yeah. Party? No, not really. I make a cake, but we don't have a party.
There have been parties.
At my house?
No. At
Yeah.
my house.
Yeah, not my house.
No.
All right.
I go, oh,
Oh yeah. So they were chatting away on that.
They
thing.
are.
They are going to
Whiskey
town.
and Neil are
man.
like having a conversation.
I need to get the premium on it because you can get new questions or add questions.
ah.
Oh.
I'm not liking these.
Have whiskey
Are you
or
just-
Neil ask him.
All right, Greg.
Did you?
Just make something up.
Who do you simp for?
Who do I simp
Ooh.
for?
Yeah.
What?
don't
What
know
does
what
that
that
even
means.
mean?
I don't know. That's why I asked it, because I don't know what that even means.
I don't either.
Oh, I think simping means because okay, so when you stick up for somebody,
Simp
They-
means sticking up for
it's-
someone?
Oh.
no, so it's like the slang for you like somebody.
Yeah, like you fall for or
Yeah, like because I always and the only reason I know this is because people
Wait,
who
what?
like me, like they're like on Twitter and they defend me. People say they're simps. They're simping on me.
Oh. Okay.
Like
Okay.
if yeah,
I'm super confused.
I get it. I get it. Who
Like,
do I simp
yeah.
for? Oh shit.
I'm gonna look up the Urban Dictionary word for simp.
All right.
Hold on.
Who is that
Whiskey,
person?
Whiskey said, mine was better than the bots. Yeah, that's the only reason I stuck with that one, because the other one was sit on somebody's lap for 5 minutes.
You already
And,
We did that one.
yeah, and I don't want you on my lap.
Okay, so it's a new slang teens use to insult boys who are too nice to girls.
Ah.
Mhm.
Who's
I
too
get
nice?
that a lot.
Who do I simp
So
for?
who are you too nice to that's a girl?
Probably me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean-
I'm
They
nice
would
to
probably
all
call
the
you
girls.
guys
Shauna.
Oh yeah, I'm nice to all girls.
Have we
What would
seriously
you mean
been
to a
doing this
girl?
for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang.
Good thing this thing doesn't have to be published till tomorrow.
I know.
All right.
All right, well, then, are we done
Yep.
with
Yeah.
that? So
That's
now
it.
we get to do our favorite
Oh,
segment.
Yeah, what the?
What
What
the fuck?
Oh,
We got to get a soundbite with you doing that,
We
Ollie.
Yeah. What the fud?
So, what the FUD?
Back to yeah. Kinda
Yeah.
Where we started.
Do we
a way.
have our little?
No, I'll add that later.
Oh, that sucks,
I
Greg. I
don't
thought
have
you were
it.
better
Like,
than
I
that.
don't have
That's
it on
magic.
the quick key, hotkey. Not
So
yet.
who wants to start what the FUD?
So there was so much FUD that I don't even know which one to choose from. So I feel like we need to go down the list of what the FUD.
Okay. So
My biggest one. Okay,
all
you
right.
go first.
No, you go.
No.
Go.
Okay.
I don't want to go first because I'm gonna get us in trouble.
Well, I may get us in trouble on this one, but this one has been my like, holy crap, for a while now. But it just so happened that it came back up today.
Shocker.
So, yes. Well, I was in a space listening to an ex-employee of Safemoon say that, John is a liar because he told all of us community members that this ex-employee was terminated, but the ex-employee is saying, no, I was not terminated. I resigned via a tweet on Twitter 30 minutes before I got terminated. So what the FUD?
So you don't even have to name a name, and I can already have a very educated guess on who this person would be based on the stupid things that they put on Twitter.
I still am just, when I heard it, back when it happened, because I actually got to witness this tweet that he sent out. I was mind blown. And the reason why is this specific person says how business driven he is and integrity and all this stuff and hypes himself up. Woo! But you're going to resign on Twitter and think that's okay? Like, what business mindset do you have to resign on Twitter? And what company would take that resignation as truth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the FUD?
Super sketchy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Sketch.
But
What the
also,
Crazies.
how is there anybody else out there in the world that's more full of themselves than who you're talking about?
Absolutely. Not that I've seen
I
so
have
far.
never seen, and I haven't even met this person, okay? But arrogant, narcissistic, how does anybody put up with that? Like, I don't get it whatsoever. It's just,
Caleb?
yeah, what the FUD? I don't.
What the FUD?
I am at lack of
Sorry.
words when it comes to that. I really
Can you do
am.
something about this?
Yeah, I just, yeah.
This person, I actually, I can't say that I met him.
Oh, yeah, but you might have been in the same place that they were.
I absolutely was.
Yeah.
I absolutely was. And I did not approach this person just simply about the only reason that, because I approached everybody that that I knew via Twitter. But the way he went out from Safemoon and the way he was acting, there was no reason for me to pay him any mind at all.
Well,
And he's like one of the very, like, the only person, I guess, that I've seen in person from Twitter that I had no regards to even give him any more attention than he already needed. Like, you can tell the way he walked in this restaurant, high-fiving people like he was a freaking
That's
dude.
perfect. Is that wrong?
You literally are only a developer on Twitter. Like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, and
Get out.
is the
What the fuck?
superhero of every project after he leaves it. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
he's the only reason any of these projects got anything done, guys. And
I
that
know.
out of his mouth today on Twitter.
So I want to say what the FUD about something.
What the FUD?
Yeah. What the FUD with the whole Safemoon exploit, with all these people coming out of the cracks in the woodwork to be like jumping on things. I swear to you that I could count like almost 10 people I have not seen a single tweet from in, I lost track, it's been so long, months, at least 6 months, if not longer. Some of them probably even a year. People that I don't follow people that don't follow me, but all of a sudden, and people that I do follow, people that do follow me, that all of a sudden they just all came out, and they came out like this, like here we go, like
like pouring Coke on pork. All the parasites come out of it.
What?
I just wanted to put that picture up there.
Okay,
That's
to
true.
use
It's
Greg's
true.
metaphor,
Go for it. It
poured
is true.
Coke on pork.
And all the parasites
All
come
the
out.
funk will come out of it. Yeah, the worms.
What?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
This.
I thought that's what you were talking about on Twitter.
What is happening?
I don't know what's
I have
happening.
no idea.
You're telling me if I take a raw piece of pork and pour Coke on it, the worms will come out of it.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
doing
if you
that
wash
next week.
strawberries
Yeah,
and salt
yeah, yeah,
water.
yeah.
You get bugs
It's on
and
YouTube
worms
all
coming
over the
out of
place.
that.
So here's a question for you guys. What do you think happens to all of these people that are fudding? Because you know that they're like praising this as a gotcha moment, right?
Hell yeah, for sure.
Like that is what it is. Like, haha, which we've already kind of went over. Like, that's just crazy town, like to even think that way. But this is like they're thriving off of this news. But what happens to all these people when Safemoon does make it right?
They're going to
Gone.
jump back on the bandwagon. At
The
least maybe
bandwagon
not right now.
Go back in their hole.
Back
Well,
in
they'll
their
go,
hole.
go back in their hole, but I guarantee you, if it starts
the
to go up and it starts to approach losing a zero, that these people will buy back in. They will, because their fear of missing out is going to be too much to overcome. Because if everybody else rides that train to wealth, or if you're lucky enough to be independently wealthy, they're not going to want to miss out on that. And
Oh, but a lot of them aren't going to admit that they're in. A lot of them already don't admit that they're in Safemoon. Okay,
right.
they don't. They are, but they don't want to admit that out loud. And I
Agreed.
think that they still, like the people who aren't, they've already sold out and got out and still decide to like waste their time to talk about Safemoon, which is so crazy town to me.
Those people must be really butthurt that they lost a lot of money.
It has to be, you guys, right?
If they're truly not invested in it, then that's why they've got to be so angry
Like,
about
why would you
Mhm.
stick around? Why,
Yep.
if you're like, if you get out of something, why would you waste your time to talk about it?
it. I have no idea. That makes
I've
no
never-
sense. Why put
Nothing
that
else-
much energy into
Nothing
something?
else to do.
Yeah.
That's
No,
what
and-
I'm going to guess is the
their
home
own-
life must not be very awesome. But I
Well,
don't know.
Thing that I have heard from their mouths, because I've asked this question, is why? Like, why are you still around? The only answer I've ever gotten is this white knight answer of, I'm trying to protect the people who
Yeah.
are getting into the project. And I'm like, last time I checked, first off, technically you should be 18 to even get into crypto. Second of all, at 18, you're an adult.
Yeah.
So why do you need to hold anybody's hand?
Yeah.
At some point, we have to hold everybody individually accountable for their decisions. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
In every
And
aspect
most-
of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of
Like-
them have a project that rug that they started.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Right.
Dragon,
Like, why?
you are so right though. How many of these
Yeah.
people that are so against SafeMoon are people that got people into SafeMoon
Oh my gosh.
or got them into other projects that rugged?
Yeah.
There
That's-
are a
and that-
ton of them out there.
Yep.
Most
Ton.
of them.
Yeah. There's one, and I mean, I will say the name because how shame on you, X Studio. Shame on you. But I will say that a lot of the people who are really like grilling that X Studio's a scam and they're nothing, blah blah blah. Those are the same people who got me into X Studio at one point.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, guys, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop.
I mean, I don't hold it against them. I was the dumbass who decided to get in at the all-time high. I don't hold it against because these are my friends.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
guys, like, that's the funniest part to me is because I feel like the same issue is with Safemoon. A lot of the people who are crying scam, claiming scam, that whatever they want to say are the same people who got several people involved. YouTubers.
Are you pointing
That
at
is
us?
what it is.
No, she's pointing at the YouTubers.
I'm pointing at the YouTubers, the ones that were all for Safemoon,
Yeah.
got people in, got out, and now are fudders.
Yeah.
And I won't give him the time or day to even mention. Actually, there's 3 of them. Won't even mention your name, but they are just as responsible.
But so many of these
But
people
they don't want to take that responsibility.
it became painfully obvious to me over the last 2 to 3 days too that so many of these people came back around and used the Safemoon platform to get just engagement. That was it, you know, and to start a big uprise so people would like their post and this and that. Who cares? You know, I don't understand putting that kind of energy into that sort of thing whatsoever. And and then also to make fun of people and to degrade people and I'm not talking about just the project in general, because I think as a business, when you put yourself out there and in any business, you're going to get some flack. That's just going to happen, and you know that going in. But as an investor, why would you ever get any flack for where you put your money or you didn't? And it wasn't, and a lot of people have said to me, well, I don't see them going after people. Yes, they absolutely are. They're absolutely making fun of people. Yeah, I know several people that, and it's not a name thing, but that they've gone after, whether it be in DMs, whether it be in tweets that everybody can read.
Me.
Yeah.
I will say me.
Yeah.
I've been called a piece of shit. I've been called see you next Tuesday. I've been called a B word. I've been called every name in the book, a scammer.
Yeah.
Fake.
Give me names.
In the book. There you go.
Is that a salt gun?
Yes. No. So
Yeah, it's a salt gun.
to
It's not
see
real.
they're not
Yeah,
targeting.
Just in case.
They target people is an absolute lie because they targeted me.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it for the last since this happened. And at this point, it's funny. And that is why, because I've gotten DMs saying, Holly, are you okay? Like your responses are, not like you, because I usually don't respond to this stuff. But it is so comical to me that these people are so wrapped up that they would result to attacking an individual person, like personally, that I will respond. I am going to stick up for myself. And I'm not going to just sit back and be treated this way. I'm going to come back with a more intelligent response to make you look dumb. And I've been doing it over and over for the last 3 days.
Yeah, well, I even got into the first time I've ever responded to FUD on Twitter and actually just said, because the person came out and said, well, it's all these Safemoon Max, these people that are pushing the coin. I was like, or influencers is what they said. I hate that word. But I was like, okay, let's name names. Like, let's why are we beating around the bush? Name names. And they never responded, because it always gets to a point where they don't really have the facts that they want everybody to think that they have, and prove it. Like, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. But you don't get that because that's not the reaction they're looking for. So I just think, good and bad, that a lot of true colors were shown this week, and I, for one, will not forget. That's
There's just a lot of crazies out there.
There
Like
really
I've had projects like get mad about me not liking their stuff or retweeting and stuff. It's like when you're looking into that, it's a huge red flag for me. Go away.
That's exactly I find that more people look into how many people follow me than I do. They tell me how many people follow me, and I'm like, I didn't,
Yeah, it's like
you're holding it against me for having 10,000 followers. You act like I went out and I said, world, please follow me, because I don't even know what a reason would be. So I question why you follow me. But right, I don't care if I have 1 or if I have 10,000. Like, I literally post my stuff for people who want to see it. If you don't want to see it, go. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, to stick around and
it's
to
crazy.
Just be crazy
So
about
weird.
it.
It's so weird to
Just
me.
leave. Just stop. I don't get it. And that was my eye-opening moment. I mean, let's be honest. Whenever you told us, Holly, when you first came on this, you said, listen, there will WTFud that follows me here. And we talked about that just because, and we were like, yeah, whatever. And there was a little bit, right? But for the most part, it was all good. This week, we got to see some of that stuff behind the scenes of just directed at us. And it's like,
and I'm going to tell you, I've been so ornery, Josh.
Yeah.
This last couple days, I've been so ornery that this week is going to be brutal. This podcast,
I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you right now, because for the first time in a long, long time, I'm not holding back. I'm not going to anymore.
No reason to.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the treatment, not only to myself, but seeing other people. And I mean, you can kind of see it in my tweets, right? They're not the normal. And I will get back to that. But I feel like I have a voice that needs to be heard in this time. And I'm going to make a point to raise my voice at this point, because I'm tired of sitting back and letting people treat each other like shit.
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing it.
Well, and if you try to keep pushing somebody into a corner, eventually they're going to fight their way out of it. You can't just keep backing somebody in a corner the whole time. I don't care how nice you are, and if you try to turn the other cheek or whatever that looks like. But eventually, if you're going to speak lies and you're just going to be mean for the sake of being mean, then you're going to get called out.
You really are. And I'm not holding back anymore. However, you guys, listen to this cool story. So I got into it with somebody yesterday through tweets, and they're somewhere, I don't even know. And we went back and forth for a good while. I mean, it was pretty bad. But this person actually today was like, you know what, Holly, you're all right. And we're friends now. Yep.
Well, yeah, that works.
All right.
Wow, on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will listen to anyone if they want to have a conversation. But whenever it starts having these action words and being just completely negative or trying to run somebody down, I don't have time for that. I'm not here for that.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I will entertain it until it's just like, okay, he's just being a dick to be a dick, right? I just can't, I just can't. One guy actually put in capital letters and was really upset when I said, oof, you're angry. He didn't like that response, you guys. He didn't like that.
Yeah. Well, the one guy,
they're nice and safe and behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
I've had a coworker. He was like a bully towards me and racist, and then that was at work, and I just let it be, and then I think he quit or got fired or something. I finally see him in outside of work, and I ran into him. And I thought he was Jesus, he was so nice.
Funny how that works.
You have a protection. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's real easy to not be scared to say or do whatever you want.
Yeah. They know I can't do anything at work. So yeah, and that's how they are right here on the Twitter. They know we can't do anything.
Oh my gosh, I can bet you 99% of the people who are assholes on Twitter, if you meet them in person, they will not bring that same energy.
Yeah,
they will not.
I
know that for a fact, actually.
I bet that same percentage won't meet you in person either, though. It would be an accident if they ran into
well,
them.
see, and this one specifically, and again, I won't say names because we ended up becoming friends after this. But I met this person, or there was two of them actually, in Vegas on accident. It just so happened they were friends, or Twitter friends or whatever with the group that I was with. And so we've exchanged words in the past. They were nothing. And I mean nothing compared to what they were on Twitter. And these people they would call me fake, and I'm a phony, and I'm a whatever. And then I met him in person. Oh, it's so good to see you. I'm so happy with. I'm like, where's your energy at? I was ready, you guys. I was like, okay, this is gonna go down. It didn't go down.
it didn't go
She's
down.
disappointed.
Yeah,
Well-
but, I mean, I mean, we're like, I ended up really liking who they were outside of Twitter.
Just be
Yeah.
real.
I mean, 'cause I could tell you guys, I was like, I don't like this person. I'm gonna make sure. No, they're actually good people.
They get to be somebody else online.
yeah, but
Yeah.
see, that's not who we are. We're
Yeah, no.
always just
No, why
us.
would you choose to be a jerk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this is what you're going to get if you ever meet us in person.
Yeah.
Unless you're a jerk.
Yeah.
Then angry Caleb will show up, and that's bad.
Sometimes.
To end this segment, and then we can end this podcast because it's almost 2 hours, and we told Dragon it would take an hour.
It's 2 hours for sure.
Wow.
Right on the
One
money.
last thing on What the FUD. Let's keep this in perspective of what happened. Okay? Yes, money was lost. Yes, there was an exploit. Yes, does something need to be learned? Yes. Let's not compare this to like world tragedies. Let's
No.
keep our senses and not make ridiculous comparisons.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it at that.
I agree with you.
Because we'll talk off camera, but there was some really dumb things said over the last couple of days in spaces, and let's realize where we're at, and let's not make ridiculous comparisons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I concur.
Hopefully, some of the people will understand because I'm not trying to be vague on purpose, but I'm also not trying to call this person out because I'm hoping they didn't realize what they did.
Yeah.
History would hopefully point to that fact that they didn't realize what they were saying.
We'll put his name in the description.
No,
No, I'm just joking.
we won't. With that said, anybody
Magic.
got anything else to say for Dragon? Because we have pushed the boundaries of the time limit.
New world record.
Yeah, we could hang around for
World
another
record.
about 20 minutes and then see if we can beat the record.
Man, I thought it was gonna be like 30 minutes for me.
I know.
Nah,
The previous thing though is like it has not even felt like 2 hours.
No.
no.
Nope.
No, seriously, Dragon, you're like a friend. Like, if I were to list friends, we've never met in person, but we have spent a lot of time on headsets killing evil
Yeah.
little 12-year-olds in Fortnite. But it's great to have you on, man. We have got
you.
to meet up sooner than later. We've
Yes.
got to figure that out for sure. And
Thank you.
you can even bring Neil if you want. Dragon, you got anything else you want to say before we wrap this thing up?
Just thank you for having me, and I'm kind of like I was like a nobody, but I'm just super grateful and super lucky that I got to meet all you guys, and it's crazy, and I love it.
Okay, so
Don't you dare ever call yourself a
yeah,
nobody.
call yes.
Ever.
Ever call yourself a nobody, Dragon.
No.
Right.
You're one of the
You
most
can call
genuine
me a
people we've
nobody.
ever met, and we are
Correct.
huge fans.
Don't ever call yourself.
And I
Thank
mean,
you,
I think
thank
it's
you.
a privilege to be able to call him a friend, and I know I
Yeah.
speak that
I do
way
too.
for all of us. So,
Yeah.
best of luck in everything you do. Cannot wait to
You
meet
too.
up with you. As always, you guys need anything, you let us know. I mean, that's the truth.
Yep.
We would love to see you guys succeed. I would be just as happy if you guys had more success than we did. I would be just fine with that. So
Now we're both gonna make it.
there we go. Hey, and I cannot wait till we have the Crypto Bros and Chaotic Exposure Takeover.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't.
That'd be awesome.
Somebody's probably going to jail that weekend, but I'm cool with it. Okay. It's gonna be
prepared.
great. It's gonna be great. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching, and have a great weekend.
Be kind.
Send nudes.
That's it.
God bless us, everyone.